everyone, and welcome to my channel, Rayne Yoga. I'm Rayne, and today we are doing a practice to honor the new moon in Sagittarius, as well as the 12/12 portal, which is today. So if you get to this at a later time, that's okay. You can still kind of honor the new moon energy for the next couple of days. So just to speak to this new moon in Sagittarius a little bit, Sagittarius is a fire sign, so when we move into our yoga practice today, we're going to be building heat and moving pretty quickly to get ourselves warmed up, to bring out that fire within us. And then from that movement, we settle into our Shavasana, where I will be playing some sound instruments for you guys, taking that Shavasana to the next level with a little sound bath. And of course, I'm still keeping my oracle cards and tarot pool. So I'm going to be pulling a card from each one of these decks. You can choose one that maybe feels more like an alignment for you as your intention for your yoga practice. And or maybe both do. Maybe both will fill in and be that intention for your practice. So for the 12/12 portal, that is like your realignment in your relationships, in your career, your path, your spiritual connection. And what's really fascinating is the color, zodiac color for Sagittarius is purple, hence the lighting. And purple also is the color for the crown chakra, for that spiritual awakening, that divine connection, that divine path, which also brings in that 12/12 energy that we're working with. So, with all of that being said, the new moon is really about when you're working with Sagittarius energy. First of all, every Sagittarius I know is a goddess, very powerful, proud, beautiful energy women. Actually, I don't know any Sagittarius men. Interesting, fun, random fact. But that's just to speak to like that energy. And also it's all about adventure and spontaneousness, doing things out of the blue, out of nowhere. And so use this new moon to look at how you're living your life, to look at how can I bring forth more adventure, more spontaneousness to my world, to my life. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's going and doing things, maybe it's just like bringing that energy into your relationships and how you're communing with your friends and your family. How can you have more joy, more fun, more release, let everything go. So with all of that being said, I do also want to side note that I have a puppy that might join us at any time in this video. So just welcome her in as part of the collective, as part of the energy that we're working with, because she is fiery, she is playful, she is all the Sagittarius things. So when you feel ready, I would invite you to roll on a mat, grab 2 blocks if you have them for this practice. You don't need them if you don't want to use them or don't have any. And join me on the mat. Maybe grab some water, maybe sage, cleanse your space. And when you feel ready, come and join me. All right, so the first deck we're going to be pulling from here for our collective energy. And remember, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I could pull these cards and nothing resonates with you, and that's okay. You're here for the yoga flow and the sound bath, and that's perfectly fine. This first deck is the Rose Oracle deck. It's a beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. Artwork is by Katie Lewis. And I chose the Rose Oracle deck because roses bud and bloom and have this recycled energy of newness all the time. New rebirth, fresh beginnings, but also roses are that very goddessy energy, that sensual vibe. So that's the energy we'll work with here. I have a few cards that are not, there we go. collective message for this new moon in Sagittarius. We got the breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. And it's a beautiful woman kind of holding the base of her heart chakra, the top of her solar plexus, but also her sacral chakra. And I know the camera's a little far away, so you're probably not going to be able to see that, but it's beautiful. Emotions are in the sacral space, so connecting that heart and sacral to bring in that willpower, that fire within us that we're speaking to with the new moon in Sagittarius. And I find this super fascinating. It's a random side note. I actually had a client or a lady today in class. It was just the two of us in a group class, and I ended up speaking to the chakra systems, and I actually said this exact thing today. Very, very strange about the heart and the sacral, and if either one's imbalanced, because when we're living life and business and we're putting all our energy out all the time, sometimes we block our emotions and we block our heart, so we can have a very numb way of communicating with people to get things done and efficient. But when we do that, we're also shutting down your sacral chakra, which is what your solar plexus, which is what you use to have the energy to do these things, to come forth. So when we're blocking our emotions, so let's just say you're in the medical field and you're blocking your emotions, you're blocking your heart, you're also depleting yourself in the end. You don't have that fire to keep going. And so at the end of the day, you feel really drained, even more than if you would have just held those emotions and been with them. So this is just interesting that that's what's coming through, even through my oracle deck after today. Let's see what it actually says in here. The breathing rose. I apologize if I keep clearing my throat. I've been having a lingering cough, and the weather is just that drainage. I think we're all feeling that right now, one way or another. Often healing is a slow, steady process. It's complex, non-linear. It takes as long as it takes. And most of the time, that's much longer than we'd wish. But like all things in nature, there's a mysterious intelligence to it. And if we trust it and let the vibrant petals fall to the earth, cut back what's no longer, and protect the new shoots and buds from the pre-opening, we may find ourselves in a second bloom, and fruit will follow. You can't manufacture that. We must trust the great mystery in the process. The bud somehow manages to burst through the constraints by opening to life. All of nature has this intelligence within. The challenge when we're going through a time of healing, which is another word for growth, transformation, change, is not to close ourselves off from the world when we most want to separate and shut down, to somehow find the courage to open through the agony, the difficulty, the hurt, and when we feel safe enough to let life soften us, not harden us, to deepen and cradle us. This is a card of deep heart healing. It will often come to us as a symbol of emotional healing that's in the process of happening. The mending's underway. Treat yourself and healing with compassion, understanding, and gentleness. This is a card of deep encouragement that you're doing it. Time will ease everything soon. Soul inquiry. How can you treat yourself with gentle compassion and softness? How can you trust the timing of your healing? Right. Beautiful message there on not losing your connection to others as you heal, to have opening while you're closing. It's an amazing message, something to work with for the new moon. Moving to the tarot deck, we'll pull one card from here. This is my Midnight Magic Oracle deck, not Oracle, Tarot. Tarot deck of mushrooms by Sarah Richards. They're all different mushrooms, and I'm not going to try to pronounce them today, but it was a great way for me to work my way into tarot because I found these really interesting. What message do we have for this new moon in Sagittarius for the collective? Really interesting, the Hermit came out. So we were just talking about closing in, isolating, all of those things with the last deck, and how to keep community, to keep that as part of your healing, to be open while you're closing. And ironically, we get the Hermit. Wow. Inner work, introspection, analysis, self-discovery. The Hermit card reminds you that you can be alone without being lonely. Check in with yourself. Are you doing okay? Are you looking to shift your life into a new direction? The Hermit reminds you to become more familiar with your true self before moving forward. The most potent spiritual lessons come when things are quiet. So I feel like the collective message here is a lot of us are going through some type of deep healing, deep recovery, deep introspection, all things that connect us to this winter season that we're about to come up on the winter solstice. It's not that far away. Also that self-development, those spiritual lessons, growing, evolving, which honors today's energy of 12-12. So all of this is connected and just gives us a better idea. If you didn't have an intention already for today's class, you definitely have one now. So with all of that being said, when you're ready, if you haven't already rolled out your mat, go ahead and do that. And we're gonna meet standing at the top of our mats. All right, everyone, so we're up, we're standing, and though I said at the top of your mat, you can actually stand anywhere on your mat for what we're gonna do to start off. And I want us to start to build heat quick because this is a very short practice. We're only doing maybe 15 minutes, so that we can take that heat, cool it down, open up the crown chakra, fire moves up and out, and we take in those sounds. So coming to stand, and you notice I still have socks on, so if you're somewhere cold, keep it cozy. Bring a soft bend to your knees. Maybe just take a couple of bounces here. Start to ground yourself, anchor yourself right here. And then let's take a deep bend in the knees, sweep the arms up, reach up. And then exhale, just flutter the lips, reach the arms out and down. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Let it out. One more time, breathe it in. Maybe this time you let out an audible exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Find a soft bend in those knees and just start to tap the heels. Soften your shoulders. Tap, 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 tap. We keep those deep breaths. Maybe you make it a little bigger. Maybe there's a little movement side to side. Tap the heels, tap the heels, tap the heels. You're here now. You're grounding, you're letting go of your day, you're manifesting through movement, through breath, through intention, those cards. We're moving inward, but that energy moves outward. How can you be open? Shake the hands. Keep the heels tapping. Shake the shoulders. Make it bigger. Get a little hop in. Soften the shoulders. Shake the head. Relax the jaw. Let it all go. What doesn't serve you? What are you moving through? Let it move through your body. Shake it out. Keep it going. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, jumping jacks. Go out. As you're building up heat, This is a yoga practice. Don't worry, we'll get there. If this doesn't feel right, right here. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Find stillness. Find a Tadasana. Feel your heartbeat. Feel all that prana energy, everything that you are. You're here now. And if you're in the center of your mat like me, go ahead and move to the top of your mat. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, ground the hands, step back to plank, hold. Gently rock forward and back. Squeeze that belly button back towards the spine, keep it here. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna tap your right knee down to the mat. Bring it up, left knee down, bring it up. Right, up, left, up. 6, 5, keep it with me. 4, 3, 2, last one. And drop the knees, untuck the toes, center the hands underneath the shoulders as we inhale into cow, exhale into cat. Inhale into cow, exhale cat. Again, inhale and exhale. Come back center. You're gonna just rotate your hands out. Your right hand will dial all the way around to the right, so like you're rotating like a clock. And if you can, fingertips facing your knees. That doesn't feel right, just to the outside of your mat. And then the left hand will do the same thing, over to the left. If you can, facing your body. If that doesn't feel right, fingertips are facing the edges of your mat. And we're just gonna create a little movement here. And if stillness is all you need because the wrists are tight from work, stay here. If you can, maybe you take little shifts forward and back, or tiny little circles around. 2, 3, 4, and then to the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll rotate the fingers back where they came from. You're gonna walk the fingertips back, forward, tuck the toes, send the hips up, down dog. And take a deep cleansing breath here. You can pedal it out on the spot. Rotating from one foot to the other. Maybe you shake your head, look under one armpit and then the other. And then we're gonna step your right foot out to the outside of your mat, to the outside of the right hand. You're gonna reach your right arm up, ground it down, step back to plank, then down dog. All right, we'll go to the left. Left foot out to the outside of your mat, left arm up, ground the hand to plank, down dog. So we step right, reach, hand, plank, down dog. We got left, reach, ground, plank, down dog. Right, reach, hands, plank, down dog. Left, reach, hands, plank, down dog. We got 4, reach. 3, reach, plank. 2, 1. Hold your plank. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath. Bend the knees, gaze forward, hop or step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, palms towards center. Inhale, reach up. Big toes touch, leave the gap between the heels. Exhale, chair. We pulse. 8, 7, 6. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Help support that low back. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach your fingers forward, sit lower in that chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, hop or step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath. Bring the big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, exhale, knee to chest. 3-legged dog. Pull it back in. Last one. Hold it in, tap the knee to the mat. Squeeze it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knee down, lift the back leg, flex the toes. Cross it over to the right side of your mat. Look back at those toes. Try to get that right shoulder to right hip. Breathe. Inhale, carry it back up where it came from. Squeeze it up between the hands, coming into a low lunge. You maybe need to make a little shift, make a little wiggle, make that happen. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Right elbow, left knee, twist. Gently release, ground the hands, tuck your back toes, step into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take a pause. Come back to your intention. We're healing. Maybe we're isolating. How can we open the heart? Open while being inward by doing that introspection. Go ahead and inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, ground the hands, hop or step back to plank. Take a flow of your choice. We meet in down dog. Deep breath in your down dog. Bring those big toes to touch. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Pull the knee into the chest through a plank and then kick it back to 3-legged dog. 4, 3, 2, 1. We pull it back in. You hold it there. Tap it to the mat. Squeeze it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground the heel. Lift that right leg up. Cross it over to the left. We're bringing left shoulder to left hip. Breathe into the right side body. Inhale, carry that leg back. Up, squeeze it in. Plant it between the hands. Shift and wiggle your way into a low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Left elbow, right knee. Press down into that knee. Lift the belly up off the thigh. Deep breaths. Gently release. Ground the hands, tuck those back toes, step into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the big toes to touch. Weight in the heels, sit into your chair. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, ground the hands, hop or step back to plank, take a flow. We meet in down dog together. When you're ready, take a deep breath. Bend the knees, gaze forward, hop or step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms to heart center. Beautiful. Take a moment, come back to your intention. Feel your heartbeat. Feel that fire within you. You're gonna make sure your feet are right underneath your hips. Send your arms straight out in front of you. Rise up on the balls of your feet. Slowly lower down. Pretend your back's against the wall. You're pulling your belly button back towards the spine. Lower, 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 lower till the glutes hit the heels. And then curl yourself into a tight ball. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. Maybe you can bring your forehead to the knees. Maybe you just gaze to the floor. And then gently just bring the glutes down to the mat. Keep your feet planted, grip behind your knees. You're gonna inhale, open the heart, open the chest. Exhale, curl in, round the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, curve. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Come back up to neutral. Start to lean back, tiptoe those toes in. Lift the feet up, take a boat. Pull your shoulders back, heart's reaching forward. 3 deep breaths. Option to stay right here. If you have socks on, this might be a little difficult, but you're gonna take your peace fingers around your big toes, start to lift your heels up. And again, you wanna pull your shoulders back, lift your heart up and through. Breathe. One more breath, you got this. Let it all go. Ground the feet. Scoot forward on your mat. Make your way all the way down to your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Massaging your low back on the floor. Starting to ground. Starting to settle. Take a knee in each hand. Gently guide your knees away from each other and back together for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just begin to settle into stillness. Yogi's choice, whatever feels good to you at home right now. Maybe you take a happy baby or a plow, a twist. Let your body tell you what it needs right now. Give yourself a minute. Just start to find that release, find that let go. Maybe you're still feeling your heartbeat and all that energy we just cultivated. Bring that energy down into the ground. Maybe you don't do anything. Maybe your feet are planted. You start to deepen your breath, soften the face. Start to become aware of the space between your eyebrows, your third eye, the space above the crown of your head, the crown chakra. Allowing yourself to begin to open up from all that fire and the solar plexus, removing it up through the heart, finding compassion. Through the throat, where we speak our truth from the heart, not the ego. Through the third eye and the crown of the head. When you feel ready, at any time that feels right to you, make your way into your Shavasana, your final resting pose. If you have an eye pillow, maybe you can grab an eye pillow as we transition into our Soundbath section of class. Start to allow your body to feel very, very heavy. You're sinking down into the floor. Relax the shoulders, arms heavy. Relax your belly, the legs. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. But simply lay on your mat and be a thing that breathes. your breath. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, coming back to your body. Rolling your wrists, rolling your ankles, creating organic movement as you come back to your space. Reaching your arms overhead and taking a big, long, good morning stretch. Even though it's evening, feel that energy of freshness, of newness within you. When you feel ready, rolling to one side in a fetal position, allow yourself to pause there for a moment. Send yourself love and gratitude for showing up on the mat, for showing up for your body, telling yourself a little mental thank you. And coming up to join me in a seated position, continuing to keep the eyes closed or heavy as we seal our practice with a final deep breath in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms to heart center. The light in me honors light in each of you. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening, or whenever you have the opportunity to join me on this video. Sending you all so much love and so much light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Namaste.